if we're thinking about a term itself then, and obviously you mentioned Monday.com sort of competes for lots of different terms, what was the overall content strategy to rank for them? Obviously you've talked a little bit about things like, the pillar and spoke type stuff, but if you were to pick a hard keyword then, how would you approach that? Or how did you approach it when you were working with Monday.com?
So first and foremost, it is the identification of categories for me. I actually start with categories before I start with pillars. Any client, Monday.com is a great example, but any client we have, I start with 3 to 5 categories of content for which you want your brand to show up, period. For them, it was, well, it doesn't really matter. I won't get into this, like specifics of the categories, but 3 to 5 categories within each pillar, within each category. For them, it was around 10 to 15 pillars. But for the majority of businesses, I would say to 3 to 5 pillars for 3 to 5 categories, and then 25 pieces of support content for that category, supporting all the pillars and particularly the ones most relevant to that support piece. And, if you do 3 or 4 categories with 3 to 5 pillars and 25 pieces of content, we're very quickly talking about 100 pieces of content, which is a healthy 2 quarters of work. And that's a content strategy. And then making sure that the pillars go live first, they get indexed first, and supporting them with internal links from all of the future content that you do within the category. Tagging it, having related posts beneath each one within the category itself is, best practice for internal linking. But so that's kind of like the foundation of how any content strategy kind of comes to be. For them, they used a kind of more complicated identification of pillars. They used a kind of a bit of an algorithm that reviewed a number of different things. They did like a personal assessment of intent for each key phrase alongside a review of the paid search CPCs. For each search term. They also used like a how related is this to our product metric, 1 to 5. And then they kind of used all of these variables, and there's probably 3 or 4 more, and combined it determined which of their pillars were priority.
Yeah.
So project management software, which was like the highest priority piece that we spent a huge amount of time, energy, money on. They are now ranking on the first page for that key phrase, which was a huge accomplishment. It's a very high intent key. No one's typing in project management software unless you're looking for project management software to address your needs. Whereas what is project management is a far different, lower intent key phrase. So saying that that has a very high cost per click on PPC. It's a very high intent for their platform. It's directly related to what they do and what they want to offer, results in that piece being the priority pillar for the project management category.
And when you're talking about a category, about a category, then are you saying that a category wouldn't be project management software then?
No, the category might be project management, period.
Yeah. Okay.
And project management software, project management tools, project management planner, all of those are distinct key phrases that they would target within that category.